Hey guys, welcome back to the Sharon Homestead. I'm Kat, and today I'm going to show you how I've been starting my seeds. So last year I started them inside on the kitchen table, and everything was so messy for weeks and weeks because I was starting seeds over and over and putting them into the laundry room where I keep the grow light that I use, and then so everything I did was on the kitchen table, and it just got really messy with the dirt and all that. So from there, last year I used this little greenhouse. It was on my back porch, and I just grew out of it really fast, and I had to build this greenhouse. So I'm really happy to have this greenhouse this year, and I'm doing all my planting in here. But I do carry the seedlings, well, the planted seeds into the house, and I put them under the shop light for several days until they get a really nice root system, and then I bring them outside and put them in the same little greenhouse for several more days, and then I'll move them onto the tables. And it just has to warm up a little bit more. This is basically a double greenhouse effect where it makes it a lot warmer in here. So right now it is about 72 degrees in the greenhouse. It's 60 degrees outside. It's been staying about 10 degrees warmer in the greenhouse than it is outside every day. Actually, earlier today, before I kept opening the door up in here, it was 82 degrees in here. So it's dropped 10 degrees, but that's because I kept opening the door. So today I'm going to start some loofah seeds and get them under the shop light in my laundry room. But I'm going to do all the planting out here, so all the mess stays outside. And then I will show you my setup with my grow light inside. It's actually not a grow light, it is a shop light, an LED shop light from Walmart. And there's a lot of confusion going on, all these YouTube videos talking about how, like, there's some big channels that said that the shop lights do not work, don't bother buying them, just get the regular grow lights. But that's just not true, because I've been using them for 2 seasons now, and they work really well, and they're only $16, so they're a really good option for those of us who need to garden on a budget. So I don't want to pay $40 for a grow lamp when I can pay $16. So I'm going to buy the $16 ones, and I'm going to use those. And I'm actually wanting to add on to that this year because I have a lot of seeds that I have to plant, and I'd like to actually put them out here in the greenhouse so they're not in my laundry room anymore. But I need the grow lamp because I don't have enough sun yet. So I actually keep my grow light on them 24 hours right now. And I did the same thing last year, and all my plants did really well. So it works. Don't be turned off from using those shop lights. They're cheap and they're very effective. They do work. So I'm going to show you my setup, and I'll show you how I start seeds, and let's get started. Alright guys, I'm ready to plant. So I got these pots from my parents for my birthday, so thank you Mom and Dad. There's like 172 pots right here for me to start seeds in. So, no, 720. I don't know why I said that other number. 720. There's so many pots in here. So that's gonna be so good for me this year. They don't stay in these little pots for long. This is just where I start them. Then I've got to separate them and transplant them. So I was going to do 1 seed in each pot, but then I did that with my kale, and like half of them didn't come up. So I decided I'm gonna do several seeds in each, and I'll just separate them. Separating them is not a big deal. I have the time to do it, so I'm just gonna do it that way this year. Last year, separating my tomato plants was such a pain, but I was really busy last year. This year I'm not as busy, so I'm gonna do it this way. So these are just in one of those little peat moss trays that you get where they have the little plugs of peat moss. And I'm just using that. I don't have the plugs, so I'm just going to use that to hold my trays so I can self-water from the bottom. These have holes in the bottom, so they self-water, and they're just much easier to do because all you have to do is just pour water in the bottom of the tray. You don't necessarily have to water on the top. So I'm going to start filling up my tray. I'm probably going to take them out to fill them up so they don't get all in the trays in there. Alright, so now that the tray is full, now I can start to plant seeds. So today I am planting loofah seeds. I got these at the Stivers Harvest Celebration Gathering, and this is from their loofahs, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to plant these, and I do plan on bringing some of the seedlings to the shindig because I'm only going to keep, you know, like 10 plants or something. So if you want to buy some seedlings that are already started of loofah, I will be bringing those. And then I'm going to start Calabrese broccoli. This is from Mary's Heirloom Seeds, which is our garden sponsor of 2020. So this is exciting. They're very nice looking seeds. So what I do is I get my tray totally full. I'm going to do this half is broccoli and this half loofah. So I'm pretty sure I have 36 loofah seeds. This is 72 pods, and so what I do is I fill my tray with soil, and then I poke all the little holes that I'm gonna plant in, just like this. Just up to my first knuckle, and sometimes you're gonna run into sticks. I just throw them out. And this soil is already pretty moistened, so it's a little bit moist. And this pack has 100 seeds in it. I'm gonna try to put 3 seeds in each hole, but I'm not gonna go too crazy being too OCD about it. I'm just gonna drop a few in and then move on to the next one, because I don't want to take up a million years planting seeds. And I'm going to separate them out anyways, so if more than 3 pop up, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to plant it in a different pot. And I forgot to poke these holes. So this time of year is my favorite time of year. Whoops. I love growing stuff. Last year was my biggest garden yet. This year is going to be epic. So, in the comments below, tell me what you're growing. I am excited to hear and watch all of everyone's gardening experience this year. I watched a lot last year until I got really busy, and then I caught up at the end of the year. So, if you have a gardening channel or homestead channel, let me know, and I will check it out. Okay, so that's the broccoli, and then I'm just gonna cover up those seeds like this. Just put that soil right on top, give them a little blanket, and then they're gonna germinate. And they find their way up through pretty much anything, even these little sticks that are in here. This is potting mix, which I'm surprised to see all these sticks in here, but whatever. It's okay. It'll be fine. It worked for me last year. I usually get the cheapest potting mix that I can. Okay, so the broccoli is done. Now I'm gonna move on to the loofah, which I am only gonna put one seed in each pod for the loofah. And when I get done in these little pots, I am gonna move directly up to these solo cups, especially for the loofah and things like cucumbers, tomatoes. It's worth it because you're gonna have to repot them several times if you don't move directly up to something big like that, because they grow, and they grow really fast too. So, oh my gosh, I just dropped a couple. I might have a loofah growing in my greenhouse. Okay, oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna drop one in each hole because I only want one plant to come up. I'm gonna try to be as gentle as I can with these. I've heard that they're hard to grow, but maybe they're not. Okay, with these, I'm gonna drop a little bit of extra soil on top because they're larger seeds, so I'm just gonna drop a little bit on top. You can really do seeds either way. You can poke a hole and then cover it over like I did with the broccoli, or you can put a little bit more soil on top. Especially in these trays, they're really forgiving. I love them. Okay, so that's all I do. And then I'm probably gonna water a little bit on top. And then I'll open this up and water in the bottom right there, so that it soaks up in the soil. But I'm probably gonna water a little bit on top. Let me use this pack of seeds. Water a little bit on top, and the rest, whoop. I don't want to put in too much water because I'm carrying it inside, and I'm going to put it under that grow light that's in my laundry room, which I'm about to show you my setup right here. Alright guys, so that's how I start my seeds, and when it gets later on in the season, I will just start everything in here and leave everything in here. But this early, I like to keep them in the house because it's so temperature controlled, and also I have that grow light in there, which is lots of sunshine for them because my house doesn't have a lot of windows or a lot of sun coming through those windows, and we usually keep the curtains closed. So I don't have another spot, and I don't have a good sunny window to put them in front of. So I have a lot of transplanting to do. I'm gonna separate these seeds and pot them in their own pots. This is Swiss chard, which I've never grown before, and then this is spinach, and I have grown it, but not in this magnitude. So, and then there's a little broccoli plant, or this is cauliflower. So So if you're interested in seeing a video of me splitting and transplanting my plants, let me know in the comments below and I will make that video for you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy planting, and I'll see you in the next video.